freedom to pursue those things you want to do, be, and have, including what your occupation will be, whom you'll share relationships with, the activities you'll enjoy, the possessions you'll own, and the ways in which you contribute to others and give back to society through philanthropic endeavors. In the pursuit of these privileged circumstances, not only will your life become something that is compelling to you, but it will also serve as an inspiration to others. When I was 25 years old, my definition of abundance was transformed abruptly, and the new mindset that came along with it literally gave me a new direction in life. Suddenly, I began to run toward my passion. My life was on fire. I felt an urgency to make sure my life would be amazing. At the time, I was working at a computer software company doing customer service and training. It was just a job that paid the bills. It wasn't my future. Frankly, I didn't know what my future was. But I picked up a copy of Stephen Covey's classic success book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which had been recommended to me months earlier by a woman whom I admired immensely for her positive attitude and constant joy and the clarity she seemed to have in her life. Hoping that I could have the same, I began to read and came across Covey's advice to begin with the end in mind. He said, picture yourself at your own funeral 3 years from now. Then listen as 4 speakers, a family member, a friend, a business acquaintance, and a community volunteer describe your character and the difference you made in their lives. What would they say about me, I wondered. What would I want them to say about me? In that moment, I realized that my eulogy would not have been very compelling. I was kind, but I hadn't made a difference. I was motivated, but I lacked direction. I had never before decided upon the person I wanted to be, nor the accomplishments I wanted to achieve. One thing I did know, however, was that I wanted my eulogy to be powerful. I wanted to have lived full out when my time came to go. Although I didn't know the exact path I would pursue, I made a start the only way I knew how. At 25, I stopped taking just jobs and instead pursued a position that elevated me and amplified my game. I began to travel for my employer, wore suits to work, mastered using a laptop and the latest technology, and focused all my energy on helping people. I volunteered for projects and assignments that no one else wanted to bother with. By the time the company decided to relocate to Spokane, Washington, not only was I doing the job of 3 or 4 people effortlessly, I was the only employee retained in a massive layoff as part of the move. What would your eulogy say about you? Does your cup runneth over? When I work with clients and students to create their abundant life, I start by asking them to examine their spiritual life, relationships, finances, and health. What we're looking for is whether they feel fulfilled in those areas. In just a moment, I'll ask you to examine these areas closely. But for now, think about whether you have reached a level of satisfaction in each area. Are you feeling connected in your spiritual walk, enjoying blissful relationships, satisfied with your finances, and experiencing vibrant good health? Do you feel whole and complete? Are you living your purpose or your current life assignment at this stage of life?